items, it says if the chair may request at any time during the meeting instead of state.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's practice today, you request a change in the meeting.
Going back to quorum, I know we've already changed it, and I agree with the change, but I did want to seek just a little bit of explanation from Cheryl and her staff as to, but a smaller number may adjourn from day to day. I know what that means to me, but could you clarify that, maybe just as a learning opportunity for me?
Or have it clarified, I mean.
Or have it clarified.
And actually, to Larry's point, the rest of that section, but a smaller number and may compel, if you could figure out what that means and email us.
Well, there is a.
Well, I thought we just took it out.
We did.
No, we did.
Would you like to know?
But we'll need clarification when we revisit number 19.
The only,
Yeah, absolutely.
and
No, like it.
and the only, I know that there is a, and it may refer back to abandonment of office, and there's some statutes, you know, regarding, once you've been elected, it's not, you know, yeah, I'm elected, you still have to serve.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if it speaks to that, but yeah, that would be, worthwhile. I have no idea, again, don't know what it means. Because a smaller number may adjourn from day to day, that means something less than 4. And if you've got 3 of you adjourning day to day, that's probably, could be a problem. As previously discussed.
Well, unless you post it, right?
That's true.
I mean, if
Yeah.
3 of us go to events sometimes, and as long as it's posted.
As long as it's posted, yeah, that's true. Well, you're still not supposed to talk about it.
Right.
City business. All right.
I think I've only got one more thing that I'd bring up in all of this. One of the things that we talked about before, now this is going to be Chapter 5, Section D, Public Comments. And I know that you all have referenced Johnson County as a place where you have looked to what their code or resolution established as far as their conduct of meetings. But public comments, I know at the county, and I think we discussed this at previous work sessions, they allow for public comments, I think it'd be after presentation and discussion, but before motions, or?
After each new business item,
Yeah.
before motion.
Honestly, I'd kind of like to, and I think I stated before, but I'd kind of like to see that in there as opposed to just time being set aside at the beginning.
I agree.
I think that,
We talked about that earlier, to do that, yeah, that's fine.
That's all.
We talked
We'll
about
talk about
period of
whenever.
time as well,
Yeah.
not to exceed.
With that, with something like this that actually does change maybe the way that the citizens would
Okay,
act, I mean, when will we enact a change like that? Would that be for the next year? Do we need to set a change so that it's made, or how do we nail that? Because it is a little bit different, folks would react a little bit to that.
And
We would be.
my guess is we put a date on the resolution and advertise that and hope that it's reported and get
so
it out.
the second bullet, says time should be set aside every meeting to allow the public to address the city council matters that are not listed on the printed agenda or relate to this. So that gives them the freedom to talk about other items.
Right. That's
We
right.
need a second bullet there that would say, the public may speak on agenda items. Well, we'd have to talk about, well, there's still a public hearing.
So is it,
Not part of a public hearing.
right,
Uh,
is it before or after? So would it be?
After.
I would think that you'd want them after staff or whoever presents, that way they've heard the information, then if they have questions or.
Right before we had to vote?
And, well,
Well,
or,
discussion.
yeah, and actually, because if staff presents and we have questions for staff, then they can make comments, we can make a motion, and we can still have discussion after the motion.
I mean, just,
And maybe based on the comments from the,
Yeah, that discovery process.
yeah.
thinking all this through, just, so we open for public comment, someone comes up to speak on the upcoming item that we're taking a vote on. Then we go into more discussion, that brings up someone else's point. Do we close the public comment section and then move
Well,
in?
that's
Or do we
the-
leave it open, so if Jerry's upset with something I've said and wants to contest that or bring a counterpoint, can he do so
Well,
after the fact?
the challenge is going to be, that this is for comment, it is not to engage in debate.
Yeah, that's
The
not-
public is not, it is not intended for the public to engage in debate, it's intended for the public to make statements. So, some entities say, sign up, and then there's a list, okay, you know, Mr. Kellogg, please come, you know, you indicated, request for comment, and then Jerry come up to the A or nah, fine, or I heard what I need to hear, and then you go down the list. The downside of that is then, you know, somebody's, you know, Jack's sitting there, and he wasn't planning on talking about number 5,
There we go.
but now all of a sudden, we say something that says, hey, you know, that really, you know,
Are they able to submit their time in that scenario if Jerry's, you know, passes on the opportunity? Is Jack able to take, you know, Jerry's time?
well, I don't know if we want to go, I don't know if we want to define time. I think we just, you know, yeah, because there's
There was a
bodies that
conversation
define
about it.
time. I think the school board defines 3 to 5 minutes or something like that. Other entities define,
I don't think
you
we
know, I
want
don't
to go
think we
to
have
this
much of
function
a,
either. I think a lot of people find that intimidating. I think we should leave it as an open, but close public comments, and then we'll move into council discussion and vote.
Yes, I agree. I think it's presentation, let the public come up and talk about that, and then, because we may have discussions around some of the public comments as well, and then it's closed, and I mean.
so that's it, so, okay, is that agreeable? So the format would be, well, I mean, we can try and change it. I mean,
Yeah.
So what's Larry King?
Are we still gonna have the comments at the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You
then,
got two.
okay.
Oh, yeah, there'll still be an opportunity
For
for,
So you're
non-agenda
not going to
items.
define the time limit?
No.
I don't know. Do you
I
want
mean,
to?
right now we have 5 minutes, 3 minutes?
We don't really do anything.
We
We don't really.
We don't really, we just kind of manage it and get, essentially what happened, you know, there's a rare circumstance where we have a lot of people, right? And then, you know, if it goes on and we start hearing the same comments, then the question is there anyone that has, new information? Or, you know, who concurs with the comments that have already been made, and, you know, gives them the opportunity to concur and expedite. But, you know, I mean, I don't know that we've had,
I thought it said 5 minutes.
I think it's listed somewhere.
does it say 5 minutes? I mean, you know,
And we were considering changing
Well,
to 3, which,
initially, we talked about, having a time limit and having people,
sign up.
And then we pulled that back and, you know, decided to not deal with the public participation until we dealt with the seniors. So,
Right,
the
now we're at that
initial,
point,
when we were
right.
going to try to move forward with it a few months ago, we looked at time as well as having something.
I mean, if I were going to, yeah, I don't know, do we,
We've never had.
you know, it's
a
kind of,
problem.
I don't know that we've ever had an issue where it's gone on. Do we want to say, but not more than 10? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Larry, are you talking about the items or discussion about items that are not listed on the agenda, or are you talking about the opportunity to speak on an agenda?
Both,
item?
right?
I would think,
Yeah.
yeah, both.
Okay. The only thing I would caution is if you want to have an opportunity to give everyone an opportunity, and if you don't have a time, then you don't have any regulation in my mind.
Well, do we want to
I
say,
mean, if you had a hot topic like somebody's got a fighting chicken or rooster in their backyard, and we've got, you know, an entire neighborhood that's here, we could be here until, unintended.
in that case, that's when we get to that point, that, you know, who, you know, are you in favor of the comments that were made by such and such? Yes, I am, but I have something else to add, you know, and it gives, you know, I mean, you can manage it on an ad hoc, but to your point about time, do you want to say, 5 minutes and then, or do you want to say